Hello, my name is Madeline Classy, and I am here with Joe Olsen, the CEO of Phenomblue. Please give me a good description of what you do and what your company does.
Phenomblue is an interactive brand experience agency. We provide digital advertising solutions to direct clients as well as some other advertising agencies. My job in the CEO role is to drive the business development side of our business, the strategy piece of our business, so how we're growing, what kind of clients we're going after, and how we're building the infrastructure that services our clients. So,
why do you believe interactive branding is the best?
I think that in the past, traditional advertising agencies tried to do everything inside of one house, and I think that that's just not feasible anymore. The future of the ad industry itself is sort of this best of breeds mentality where most of our clients have people that represent different aspects of advertising. So they'll have a traditional sort of agency that handles things like radio and print and sort of the overall branding architecture stuff for the product or service that they're selling. They usually have some sort of PR agency that helps with that. They've got a media company that they work with. And then they also have an interactive or a digital partner that they work with as well. And we sort of all bring these best of breed talents to the table to kind of form one, Voltron super team. So.
Okay. What do you think are the most important skills you should have before you get into your business?
I guess it depends on what area you're going into inside of the agency. We do creative and technology, production, strategy, a lot of different areas. I think on the technology side specifically, a strong background in a lot of different types of technologies is important. I remember when I started out as in the software development architecture side of the business, and if you were an expert in a certain type of technology, that was a really valuable asset to a lot of different companies because at the time everybody was sort of working in these little silos. Now, with the advent of mobile, the whole Web 2.0 sort of thing where everybody's got an API that you have to integrate with, there's just so many different things that you have to, or so many different languages and different platforms that you have to work in, that it's much more important that you have sort of an engineering mentality about it where you can solve problems quickly and look for the best solutions and really have a mindset that you can sort of work in any sort of technology. So I think that that's become more important. So I would say today's successful technologist is somebody who can sort of work in a lot of different areas and be efficient in understanding those and understanding the relationships between them and how one technology transcends into the next one and that sort of thing.
What advice would you have for students looking to start their own business?
I would say to pay attention in business class because I know that there's a lot of, that's something I never took a lot of business classes. I was, again, I started out in the technology side, but a lot of that stuff, you either learn in school and you have sort of a background for it going forward, or you learn it on the job, and it's a lot more painful when you learn it on the job than if you learned it in school. And I think I think there's a misconception out there too with a lot of young entrepreneurs that it just takes passion and willpower to sort of make these things work or a great idea, and there's so much more that it takes other than those two things, and a lot of the things are traditional business sort of skills like marketing and sales and all these other sort of things that a lot of entrepreneurs don't have the skill set for, and so those things can either be learned or they can be added on, putting somebody on your team to do it. So I think being open to collaboration is another big piece too. A lot of entrepreneurs, they sort of want to be like the king of the castle, so they try to do everything, and it hurts them a lot of times. So I also think there's a misconception that if you start a business, overnight you're worth billions of dollars. And so there's this idea that you never want to bring anybody else in because you might have them take a piece of the pie or whatever it is, and it's I don't think enough entrepreneurs do enough self-reflection to look at their thing and go, it's really not worth anything right now anyway. So you should add some people and put some infrastructure around it to create something that's lasting. And, again, I've always said that the financial side of, making money and stuff for a business is always a byproduct of the success. But if you don't have something that you're trying to be successful at other than making money, it usually doesn't work. So that's a key consideration for any entrepreneur too, is why are you really doing this? And if you're really doing it to achieve this goal, then you should put as much people and process around meeting that goal as possible. So.
Okay.